Hi friends! Thanks for tuning in. If you like this video, please give it a like, comment below, and take a moment to subscribe to our channel. Farlinger's Point is a small waterfront area located along the St. Lawrence River in eastern Ontario near the city of Cornwall. The point sits within a region shaped by the river, nearby islands, and the long history of settlement along one of Canada's most important waterways. Today, the area is known for its quiet atmosphere, river views, and proximity to recreational parks and boating routes. Like many places along the St. Lawrence, Farlinger's Point combines natural scenery with a deep connection to the history of transportation and settlement in eastern Canada. The St. Lawrence River has been central to life in this region for thousands of years. Indigenous peoples used the river long before European settlement, relying on it for travel, fishing, and trade. Later, during the late 1700s and early 1800s, Loyalist settlers and other immigrants began establishing farms and communities along the shoreline after arriving from the United States and Europe. The river provided access to transportation and trade routes that connected communities across what would later become Ontario and Quebec. Farlinger's Point is part of a wider area shaped by both recreation and industry. During the 19th and 20th centuries, nearby Cornwall developed into one of Ontario's important industrial cities because of hydroelectric power and river access. Textile mills, paper manufacturing, and shipping activity helped the local economy grow for many decades. At the same time, quieter areas along the shoreline remained connected to outdoor recreation, boating, and fishing. Even today, much of the region attracts visitors looking for parks, campgrounds, marinas, and scenic riverfront spaces. One of the most important changes to the region came during the 1950s with the construction of the St. Lawrence Seaway. This massive engineering project transformed the river into a modern shipping corridor connecting the Atlantic Ocean to the Great Lakes. The seaway allowed large ocean-going vessels to travel farther inland than ever before. Construction dramatically reshaped nearby shorelines and led to the flooding and relocation of several communities, later known as the Lost Villages of Ontario. The project remains one of the largest infrastructure developments in Canadian history. Today, the waters around Farlinger's Point are popular with boaters, anglers, and travelers exploring eastern Ontario. The St. Lawrence River supports a wide variety of fish species including bass, walleye, muskellunge, and northern pike, making the area well known among fishing enthusiasts. During the warmer months, recreational boating becomes especially common as people travel between marinas, islands, and waterfront parks throughout the Thousand Islands and Cornwall regions. The surrounding landscape reflects the natural beauty of the St. Lawrence corridor. Trees, wetlands, rocky shorelines, and open river views create a quieter environment compared to larger urban centers nearby. Seasonal changes are especially noticeable here, with warm summers bringing boating and tourism, while autumn colors transform much of the shoreline into a mix of red, orange, and yellow. Winters can be cold and snowy, but the river continues to shape daily life and local traditions throughout the year. The region around Farlinger's Point also reflects the bilingual culture of eastern Ontario. English and French are both commonly spoken, influenced by the area's proximity to Quebec and generations of French-Canadian settlement. This cultural mix can be seen in local traditions, family histories, festivals, and community life throughout the region. Visitors often notice that eastern Ontario has its own distinct character, blending influences from both Ontario and Quebec. For travelers exploring the St. Lawrence River corridor, Farlinger's Point offers a quieter perspective on a region shaped by water, transportation, and history. While larger cities nearby continue to grow and modernize, places like this still preserve a slower pace connected to the river and the landscape around it. The combination of natural scenery, local history, and access to one of Canada's most important waterways gives the area a character that continues to attract visitors year after year.